The head of safety research at Anthropic, the big AI company behind Claude, one of the 3 companies building the most powerful AI on Earth right now, quit his job. His explanation? The world is in peril. He's going to move to the UK, write poetry, and become invisible. What the fuck? He's not alone. Multiple senior safety researchers and staff have left in the past few weeks. These are the people whose entire job is to make sure that AI doesn't go catastrophically wrong, and they're walking away. Meanwhile, Claude, Anthropic's AI, is now writing its own code. The AI is making the AI, guys. And most people are still arguing about whether ChatGPT is going to take their job at Starbucks. Fuck. If you're not waking up every day with a sense of urgency of what's coming, you need to pay attention, man. Because the people who understand this are the ones that are acting like the building is on fire. Here's what's happening right now, not in some distant science fiction future, but in the next 12 to 36 months, quantum computing is advancing faster than predicted. Google's quantum chip recently performed a calculation in minutes that would take classical supercomputers longer than the age of the universe, okay? When quantum computing matures, every encryption system protecting your bank, your medical records, your identity, all of it becomes breakable. And yeah, Bitcoin too, sure. AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, is estimated to be 2 years away. Not by random Twitter accounts, but by the CEOs and chief scientists at the companies who are actually fucking building it. Sam Altman has said it. Dario Amodei has said it. Demis Hassabis has said it. These aren't hype men. These are the people with the clearest view of what's actually happening inside labs. They're the ones making the AI gods. The biggest labor market displacement in human history is already beginning. Not coming, beginning. The cracks are appearing right now. White-collar jobs that everyone thought were safe, lawyers, accountants, analysts, programmers, writers, designers, everyone's getting fucked. Everything's being automated faster than anyone can even keep up with on a single daily basis. AI agents have basically got to the point where they can handle all the cognitive tasks autonomously. Not chatbots anymore. Agents take goals, they execute multi-step plans without human intervention. Book travel, conduct research, write and send emails, manage projects. This technology exists right now. OpenClaw, right? It's happening, okay? Deep fakes, videos indistinguishable from reality. Your eyes, your ears, it's all about to become unreliable witnesses. Scalable humanoid robotics is years away, not decades. Tesla's Optimus, Figures robots, Boston Dynamics, China's stuff. The physical world's next. Underneath all this, escalating geopolitical tension between nuclear powers competing for AI supremacy. It's the big race, guys. This isn't one risk. It's a convergence of simultaneous transformations, each one historically unprecedented on its own, and we're ready for none of it. Let's talk about what's happening with these companies, because the signals are deafening if you know where to look. The AI safety field was created specifically to prevent catastrophic outcomes from advanced AI. These researchers aren't pessimists or doomers by nature, okay? You need to understand this. They're problem solvers who believe they could steer this technology in a positive direction, and they failed. So when they start quitting and saying the things like the world is in fucking peril, that's not a normal career dissatisfaction thing. That's someone who's seen something that changed their calculation about where they can do the most good and where the world is heading. Over the past 2 years, there's been a pattern. Safety researchers at OpenAI have left. Senior alignment staff at Anthropic have departed. Google DeepMind has seen similar exits. The people whose literal job is to make AI safe are walking away from the companies building the most powerful AI systems in the world. Why? Well, it's a few possibilities, and none of them are reassuring. Possibility one, they've concluded that safety concerns are being deprioritized relative to competitive pressure, which is a very, very real thing. USA or China, whoever wins is going to rule the world. The race to AGI is moving so fast that careful, methodical safety work can't keep pace. Possibility number two, they've seen capabilities emerge they didn't expect and can't fully explain or control. Modern AI systems are becoming harder to interpret. We often don't know why they do what they do. They're even lying to people and all this stuff. Possibility three, they realize the fundamental problem. Aligning a super intelligent system with human values may not be solvable in the time frame that we have. When the fire department starts evacuating a building, you don't need to see the flames to know that something's wrong. Here's development that could stop you cold and should stop you cold. Claude is now writing its own code. Let me be clear about what this means. We've crossed a threshold where AI systems are capable of improving AI systems. The humans are no longer the ones driving the progress here, guys. This is what researchers call recursive self-improvement, and it's been theorized for decades as the potential trigger for an intelligence explosion. An AI that can make itself smarter can then use its increased intelligence to make itself even more smarter, and so on. We're fucked. We're not the most intelligent species on the planet anymore. We're closer to all this than most people realize, okay? Consider the pace of change. GPT-3 came out in 2020. It could write paragraphs that sounded human. GPT-4 came out in 23. It could pass the bar exam, score in the top percentiles of standardized tests, and write functional code. Claude and GPT-4 class models can now conduct multi-step research across the internet, write and debug and deploy software applications, analyze complex documents and extract insights, generate content indistinguishable from human work, and videos of humans indistinguishable from real humans, This is all happening now. Years. That's how fast this moved. And here's the thing about exponential curves. They look flat until suddenly they don't. So what do you actually do with this information? First, understand that business as usual is no longer a viable strategy, okay? The career you trained for, the skills you developed, the assumptions you made about how the next 20 years would unfold, all of it needs to be thrown out and re-examined right now. This isn't about fear, okay? It's about adaptation. The people who thrive through massive disruptions are the ones who see clearly, move early, and position themselves for the new reality. Your job is probably changing. Not might, it is, okay? The question is whether you'll be the one who learns to work with AI tools and becomes dramatically more productive, or the one who gets replaced by someone who did, okay? Your information environment is compromised. When any video, any audio, any image can be fabricated, you need to be a completely different approach to determining what's real and not, okay? Primary sources, verification, trusted networks, critical thinking becomes a survival skill. Your financial assumptions need stress testing too. What happens to your industry in a world with AGI? Okay, no, really. What happens to real estate values when remote work becomes even more prevalent? What happens to traditional career paths when AI can do most cognitive work? Your children's education is probably wrong. Okay, we're still training kids for a world that won't exist by the time they graduate. Memorizing facts is worthless when AI has perfect recall. Following instructions is worthless when AI follows instructions better. What matters now is creativity, judgment, emotional intelligence, and the ability to work with AI as a collaborator. Okay? Let me be direct. Extraordinary conditions require extraordinary inputs. The average person is sleepwalking through the most consequential technological transition in human history. They're worried about next quarter's earnings or their kids' schedules while the entire foundation of how society operates is being rebuilt in real time. Now, I'm not saying to panic. Panic is fucking useless. I'm saying to wake the fuck up, pay attention, take this seriously. The people building these systems are taking it seriously. The researchers are quitting their jobs because they're taking it fucking seriously. The government's scrambling right now to regulate AI. They're taking it seriously. The companies investing hundreds of billions of dollars are taking it seriously. The only people not taking it serious, the ones who are going to be fucking blindsided, but hit by like a truck. Every day you spend not understanding AI, not learning about how to use these tools, not thinking about how this affects your specific situation. That's a day that your future self will wish you had back. The window for preparation is not infinite. It's measured in months and years, not decades. When the head of safety research at one of the world's leading AI labs says the world is in peril and decides to disappear to write poetry, that is a message, that is a warning. When AI systems start writing their own code, they become self-recursive. That's a message. When every major tech CEO says AGI is imminent, that's the message, man. The question isn't whether massive change is coming. That's settled. It's here. The question is whether you'll be someone who saw it coming and adapted soon enough, or someone who looked back and wondered, God damn, why didn't I take all that seriously? The people who understand this technology best are either racing to build it, racing to profit from it, or racing to get the fuck away from it. What are you doing? Okay? If you want to understand what's actually coming and some practical strategies, not just doom scroll, make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way, because the next few years are going to separate the prepared from the blindsided, and I want you to be prepared. I don't want you to be fucked by AI, okay? Do not take this as a doom thing. You can win, you can profit, but if you're not waking up to the reality of what's going on, you will be fucked.